robot bands with clunky played whatever pop songs in the 60s they could get cheap rights to.
Awesome.
The palace even experimented with robots that could walk around and interact with guests. Cool, huh? Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Death by Pony. Today we're hopping back into Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Without further ado, let's hop in. Not a second more passed before they're back to their normal light-hearted demeanor. They swing their arms out, gesturing towards the people behind them. This is my family. I've grown up around these people. I've made friends here, friends that will last a lifetime. These bonds are thicker than blood. That's been one community I come back to time and time again. They've always welcomed me. That's why I'm here. So now you know my business, Pony. Please, what I've told you. As I'm about to respond, hey Sparky, we're up. Another one of Sparky's friends shows up. If you spend half as much time practicing as you do chatting, maybe you'd actually have a chance against me. Sparky shoots me a pleading look before turning away from me. A smile replaces the mournful face as we begin chatting with their friend. I'm surprised that Sparky opened up to me like that. I certainly wasn't expecting that. Glad Sparky shared with me. Honestly, I don't know what to think of this. Keep Sparky You know what? We're going to keep it safe. Glad Sparky felt comfortable with me to talk about these things. Reminds me that even though we're rivals, we're first and foremost friends. I keep this information to myself, just as Sparky would want me to. A very loud cheer from the Power Stone cabinet interrupts my thoughts, and I'm reminded that I should getting back to my own tournament. I glance back once and watch my rival cheering happily amongst their family, and then I leave. Attention! Death by Pony and Zapper to the tournament area for your next challenge. This is it, our first round. Fortunately, the matchup is pretty pathetic. A couple locals who got it by being friends with Hamza, we trounced them easily. Thankfully, unlike L7, it's all handshakes and smiles after. Hey, we're just here with the fun of it, and win or lose, they got what they wanted. Even if I'm glad I won instead of losing. Anyway, time for a break before the next round. Where to next? Let's go talk with her. She's on our list of people we want to, romance. It's tricky tracking down Grace amidst all the gathering games, mazes of wooden crates, and arcade cabinets. Ooh, that's a Fisted Discomfort's cage. Block every possible line of sight I could have used. Let's see, where would she be in this mess? Maybe we could do so work backwards from that conclusion. Are there any arcade role-playing games? Is that a thing? There's just so much I don't know about arcade culture. But if I'm looking for an arcade equivalent of a slower-paced, logic-driven experience, maybe a puzzle game. And those beeps and boops sliding block draw me to a relatively uncrowded corner of the warehouse where Grace is happily trapping joystick smiling away. Ah, here you are.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Pony. Hi, check it out. They actually have Tetris, the Grandmaster 4. Oh, I love Tetris so much. And it's even got, thankfully, uncopyrightable Russian folk music the series is known for.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Alright, you're still a newbie. Well, and this is a particularly deep bit of nerdy lore. TGM4 never made it past prototype stage. They lost the license to the original game. I'm amazed there's a prototype in this place. Although I wouldn't be surprised to find like the Ark of the Covenant or Polybus or something other legendary lost item in a place like this. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Pretty sure the only real danger here is a crate falling on your head. I've been trying not to actually look up to avoid thinking about that. Back to talking about game lore. The rights to Tetris are kind of, well, complicated. Like, seriously wild, confusingly Cold War drenched in complication. I always loved the Grandmaster series. They're the most intensely difficult arcade puzzlers ever made, in my opinion. RPGs are kind of like tactical puzzles, so it makes sense. You'll love a thinking challenge. A fourth Tetris game? Surely they're running out of things to do to Tris by now. What's the next? Hatris? Is there a side tournament here for puzzlers? I bet you could wipe the floor with the competition. I bet. Interesting. You're in a puzzler side tournament? Are we taking home a Tetris game tonight too? From the way she easily flicked blocks back and forth faster than the eye can see, all while holding up a conversation, no doubt she'd crushed in a tournament. Oh, heck no. That's not my style. I just like to play games, you know? But you play FOD too? That's competitive. I play FOD 2 with friends. I don't honestly care about my opponents. I just like playing with friends. So, how's the tournament going so far? Are you and Zapper kicking all the butts? Pretty good so far. We're still in the running.
That's wonderful.
Hey, that's great. Who knows? Maybe you'll actually make it to the finals. Not sure I dig how astonished she sounds at our current level of success. Hey, have you seen Jinx yet? I spotted this game, and just sort of got sucked into it. Lost track of her in the process. Hope she's okay. This isn't really her scene, and I haven't seen her anywhere she could be comfortably sit down. Would you mind checking in with her at some point tonight, just to be sure everything's good? If I've got time, sure. I'm thinking I can squeeze in some social activity between rounds. Not a lot of it, but it's okay. If you don't have time, I can go find her once I'm done with this game, I mean. Lost momentarily in thought, Grace slips up for exactly 23 milliseconds and the game is suddenly over.
Aww.
Aw, poop. Oh well, that went from good to bad in a blink of an eye. How the heck can you play so fast? I mean, I'm speedy with keyboard, but I'm not that speedy. She steps away from the game for now to chat. Well, how do you get to, Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice? Exactly. It's like any skill. You just need to do it. Do it until you can do it to the best of your ability. FOD 2, the same way, I mean. That's how I see things anyway. Like I said, I don't care much about the competition. I'm just trying to play with friends and raise my skill level. That's the challenge I'm looking for. If I can help a friend improve their skills and they help me in turn, well, that's a great feeling, you know. We're all in this together. Let Zapper and Loxy hog all the glory. Jinx and I were in it for the self-improvement. I want some of that glory. Don't give it all to them. I can follow that logic. It's just you and the game. It must be oddly calming. It makes sense. One closed-off little world, just you and the game, locked in combat. No one to judge you. Not really. Just your own personal meter stick to measure up to. And it must be relaxed to be able to focus completely on one thing. Yes, exactly. That's why you lose track of time so easily. It's just you and the game. I've always loved single-player games. Puzzlers, RPGs, platformers, long-form narrative games, like visual novels. The kind of experience you can usually only get on game consoles. That's why I'm not quite the arcade junkie as the rest of the pit crew. But that's okay. It takes all types to make up a good team. Diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas. Even, even if sometimes they come into conflict, like earlier today. Yeah, I noticed you were really anxious when that happened. I did my best to make the pit crew anxiety-free environment for you, Grace. And I appreciate that, even if, honestly, confrontations are inevitable. People disagree. It's the nature of humanity, and sometimes it gets heated. But, well...
I don't like confrontations.
My natural instinct is to go hide unless the shouting ends. Years of experience, I guess. But let's not talk about that. I just want to have some fun tonight, you know? Not dig up old messes. Okay, but you do want to talk about it. I'll talk about it a lot with Jinx, but like I said, diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas. We can chat too.
Beep, beep.
Death by Pony, they're going to announce the next round soon. You should get ready if only so you have time to find your way in this maze of games. Right, thanks, Iris. Good luck. Knock him dead. In a figurative sense, of course. Yeah, already enough ghosts in this place, I think. Oof. Attention, Death by Pony and Zapper to the tournament area for your next challenge. Round 2 is a bit harder, an up-and-coming esports team just like us, but it's still a solid victory thanks to Zapper's skills. The opposing team was visibly disappointed to losing, and I can sympathize with that. No one likes losing. Break time before round 3. Who to visit next? I'm interested to see Oh, that's Hamza's. Go talk with her. Jinx needs some checking in on. If Jinx, leaning awkwardly against a fine specimen from the endless sea of wooden crates, doesn't look comfortable, then and neither does she. I could maybe understand that if she was part of some conversation circle chatting away with the other gamers here, but no, just by her lonesome. Knowing her, she's got no problem being by her lonesome. Normally, I wouldn't interrupt, but that look of discomfort just isn't sitting right with me. Hey, yeah? Yeah. Help you with something, Pony? Oh, great, I'm making things awkward again. Okay. Can I get you anything? Maybe find a chair or ask her one? Feeling okay? You look lonely over here. Are you alone and stuff? What's up? Can I get you a chair or something? Her leg's holding up. I know it's dark and twisty maze of boxes, but surely there's a chair somewhere in this mess. Just say the word, I'll track down some seating for you, and if I can't find some, I'm sure our glorious host Hamza will provide. Appreciate it, but I've already looked. There's jack all I can sit on. Some chairs, yeah, but incompatible. She pauses, leaning heavily against the crate, her knee brace creaking a bit as she does so. So she reaches down and tightens a loose strap. Gotta be such and such height and such curvature. Armrest too, ideally. Keeps my wrist from getting sore. But all I'm finding are these crappy little folding chairs you usually find in the hands of professional wrestlers with head-shaped dents in them. Afraid I'm on my feet for the duration. Be sore as hell, but that's how it's going to be. How about I run back to your place and, I don't know, grab a chair? Just 20-minute subway ride.
Bad idea.
And risk losing your spot in the FOD 2 tournament? Nah, you've got business here on behalf of the pit crew. Well, how about you head back then? You're not in the tournament. You're just here to hang out with friends.
Not sure about that.
Not sure. Feels like I'm not being a good teammate if I bail, just because of my knees. Should stay and cheer you on. If I'm here to support everyone, we're being serious. We're being serious about this Pro Tour thing, and I want to be serious too, despite being a team anchor. As a heavy object weighing everyone down, not as a reliable last man in the tug of war, to be specific. Come on, you know nobody sees you that way. Yeah, I know. It's just hard not to feel that way some days. She shakes it off to focus on something else, something a bit less dreary. Air Solutions, of course, was thinking of getting one of those wearable chairs. Wearable what now? That's a thing? That's a thing. They're these metal struts you wear on a harness around your waist. Pop them, lean them back, you're sitting done. Problem is, you look weird using one. That's on top of everybody going wearable chairs. That's stupid. Why would anybody want that? Normally, don't giving a flying fuck when anybody thinks of my disability or how I support it. Do what needs to be done and be done with it. And half the time you see one of those weird infomercial items, it was actually made for the disabled. Too niche of an audience to market it to alone. But, don't know, wearable chair legs are a bit over the top even for me. Getting funny looks for my leg braces already. Why add any more hardware? Already getting little kids pointing at me going, Mommy, look at the robot. And yeah, not into that. Don't blame kids. Kids typically don't know any better, but parents who don't teach them about disability, that's not my problem. It's theirs. But it sucks. So I don't bother with wearing a chair, or lugging around a chair everywhere I go. Just improvise simpler, less weird, less demanding on everyone. I know, be demanding. You're such a queen. Insist on being served as such. So, trick out a badass disability scooter to ride on. Paint flames down the side. How about a cane with a folding seat? It's discreet enough. Be demanding. Be a queen. Fuck that. You're a goddess and should demand supplicant support of your every win. If you want to be carried around on a throne, make it happen. You're the queen of stick shifts. You're an automotive empress. Jinx sneers back and laughs. It's like a shark or a jet only blending seamlessly together.
Nice.
Cute. Not my style. I like to play it smooth and cool, but Gotta admit, your idea has appeal. Offering to haul around a Chase Lounge for me then? Hell yeah. Maybe I'll take you up on that then. Not exactly a viable solution, but I did raise her spirit some. Jinx stretches out and clearly aching more with each passing moment. You sure it's not letting the team down if I bail? Not in the slightest. Do what's best for you. I can still kick all the butts, even with you cheering me on from home. Okay, think I should take you up on that suggestion. Don't think I planned this evening out well. Should have solved the seating situation before hopping on a subway to parts unknown. I'll go tell Grace I'm heading home. Cool. She's playing Tetris over there. Girl loves her puzzlers. She's glad she found something fun to do here. I worry, you know. She's like me, happy in isolation. It can't hurt to try something new. She offers me a firm nod of appreciation, then slowly makes her way to the open front doors of the warehouse. Attention, Death by Pony and Zapper, the tournament area for the semifinals. Our third round is against a pretty famous team, actually. Wicked Prodigies, who were huge during the FOD 1 days. That was an intense fight, to be sure. Zapper and I barely squeaked out a win. But a win's a win. That puts us on track to be on the grand finals. And because the universe has a deep-rooted sense of irony, from the looks of the bracket, our opponents will be Chad and Lance from L7 Gaming. Great. Grand finals will be starting in 30 minutes. Steel yourselves for this challenge, competitors. It's going to take Hamza and his crew some time to set up the pomp and speculate of the final. Time to reduce some stress. Oi, come here, got something I want to do. I'm so lost in thought that I barely noticed Zapper tugging on my arm. Curious, I follow. She leads me away from the gathering of gamers towards one of the darker corners of the warehouse, where the random bits of arcade junk have been stashed away. Check this stuff out. It's like you smashed up a dozen old-timey arcades and dished it in bits in one pile.
Perfect.
This is the old school. Older than I am. Gotta respect the roots. Seeing pizzeria paraphernalia, broken change machines, cardboard boxes full of prize tickets and junk. A full audio animatronic band of rotting robots with mouth-eaten fuzzy costumes. Ever seen one of these things in action before? It's like adorable and creepy as fuck. Zapper, I'd never set foot in an arcade before. Good, clean fun, remember? Man, you have missed out on a lot as Keyboard Warrior arcades. They used to try all sorts of wacky gimmicks to get kids in the door. Remember visiting Deco's Palace for my birthday parties? All sorts of weird stuff there. Human dribble mazes, ball pits, booths with ticket tornadoes. And the robot bands with clunky played whatever pop songs in the 60s they could get cheap rights to.
Awesome.
The palace even experimented with robots that could walk around and interact with guests. Cool, huh? I don't know, I think these things would freak me out if I was a kid. It's a fuzzy version of the Terminator. Precisely. So, what do you say we figure out how to turn one of these suckers on and spook L7 with it? Not a way to seek revenge without resorting to violence. I'd like it like I did against Domino. Something ultimately harmless, but still psychological warfare at its finest. Hamza wouldn't appreciate causing chaos in his tournament. I just wanted to command my own legions of Doom robots. I think we could do that in half hour before grand finals. I have always wanted to unleash an unstoppable armada of mechanized destruction on my enemies. Yeah, okay, let's be bad guys. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Okay, evil laugh time is over. Robot fixing time it is now. Right, how do we do this?
I'm thinking.
That's where you come in, actually. Zapper snaps her fingers and points to my phone. You've got an Iris, right? I've seen you talking to her now and then. Crap, I was trying to be subtle about it, considering owning Iris is a federal crime. Hello, I'm Iris. Please state your command. Beep boop. I'm Simple Computer. Nothing to worry about at all. But naturally, Zapper doesn't give an airborne intercourse whether I'm breaking the law or not.
Nah.
Chill, I'm not gonna narc on you two. I'm saying that powerful AI hacker in your packet can easily reprogram one of these robots. We do that, we'll be able to sneakily deploy it to get it to go jump scare the shit out of L7. Nobody will be the wiser that we did it. I mean, I know hardware enough to probably jumpstart one of these creepy things myself, but I was thinking it'd be safer if Iris did the heavy lifting. What'd you say, partner? Willing to ride shotgun with me on this? Or are you gonna be uncool? Oh, Iris, would you kindly make us a terrifying robot minion? No need to involve Iris. I can hack this myself. I'm not having any part of this. I'm just too dangerous and too immature. Oh, Iris! Oh, Iris, would you kindly repurpose one of these mechanical death machines to go scare the willies out of L7 for us? Sure thing, that sounds like fun. Seeing if you can find a USB port I can access, I've successfully searched the web for hacked firmware I can flash it with. With a wicked grin, Zapper selects one of the robots, pulls open the flap of the furry cloth, and runs a cable between my phone and a newly mechanized golem. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, remember to hit like. That way now you're enjoying the content I'm making. Remember to subscribe. That way YouTube brings you back here to see what happens next, and I won't take up any more of your time. I hope you have a good day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.